This is going to be one of my favorite ones based on the fact that we are really trying to connect the ground to our abdominals. So a lot of it has to do with us pushing into the ground, really activating the hips and using the abdominals at the same time. So we're making that connection, which is required for basically going down to the floor and standing up. Nice and slow mountain climber. So we're here pushing into the floor with both of your hands. So you're really trying to drive the palms and the fingertips into the floor. Right? And everything is pushing into the ground, not necessarily back or forward. You have a little bit of a slight pull of trying to bring the hands and the feet together. So we're here pushing and switching. All right? We have 10 of those. All right? After those 10 mountain climbers, we go into a deep lunge. So you're going to take and then bring yourself back down, in between, up, driving that foot into the floor, driving this back foot into the floor, and engaging the glutes / hips with your abdominals. Right? It does take a little bit of work. Oh, that was a better one. Right? Where we're very, very gentle. If that's a little bit hard, we're going to touch the foot and come up, but still stabilizing the hips, or bring yourself down and using your hands to help you back up. All of them though is hips and abs, right? So we have 10 on each side. So 10, whichever way you choose, lunges. From there, alternating deep lunges. So stepping here to the side and back. Step to the side and back. Very similar to your mountain climber, but the goal here is to try and get that hip as flexed as possible. So we're really trying to pick it up beside the body. Now, if that's hard, you could always step wider or not come as close to your hands. But we're going to do our best to get as high as possible. From there, we go into a back stepping lunge. So stepping here, right? That's on how we would finish. You're going to come up, step back, and forward. Step back and forward. All right? For these, we have 10 on each. All right? Up next, after those lunges, we're going to go into an airplane and make your way up. Down into that airplane, get as low as you can. We're stretching out the calf and the hamstring at the bottom. If we lose our balance, that's okay. You're going to do your best to maintain balance. And if you can, try to make sure that your hips are in alignment. We don't want to be twisted like this. All right, we want to try and drop those hips down where you'll really feel the glute of this leg trying to like resist you from falling. And then make your way up, switching legs. And we go into a crossover crunch. So we're here lying down on the floor. And we're going to lift up the leg and the hand and bring them together. So coming up and dropping down. Now the key to this one is making sure that you're not just lifting your foot off the ground, right? We want to try and push the lower back into the ground in order to lift the leg up. Now when you notice that you push the lower back into the ground, you'll actually feel a lot more abdominals, and you'll also feel, if you have clicking in your hip, a lot less clicking, if at all. Because a lot of that has to do with your hip flexor and your psoas muscle, right? I'm just going to change angles a little bit more. So pushing into the floor, lifting, and reaching. If you can't reach your toe, that's fine. Reach for your shin, whatever works for you. But I'm using that spare hand on the side to kind of help me with my balance as I tilt over. And we're going to need that for the next one. Next is our half Turkish get up. So we're lying down on the floor. I'm going to turn towards the camera. So I have this foot placed, my right foot placed on the ground, and my left arm reached out to the side. I'm going to reach over to the left, placing my weight on the forearm and elbow, and then both hands. Push into the floor, lift my left leg in between my foot and my hand. Now, this isn't perfect, so I'm going to readjust slightly, right? And then have this position at the top. I'm squeezing the glutes, trying to get as much like hip thrust as possible. Then I'm going to place my hands back down on the ground. I'm going to put the weight into the hands, pass my leg under, elbow down, lie down completely. Reach over, place my hands side by side, push that leg through and squeeze, right? So this is our half Turkish get up. Okay? There are more advanced moves that we'll do during the actual class in order to get into that get up to engage a lot more core, but right now that's the basic move, right? From there, we go into the full Turkish get up. Full Turkish get up looks like this. We're gonna come up and over, place both our hands on the floor, cross that leg under. Here's our standing position. Now we can either use our weight and push onto this leg, or no weight and just make your way up. Then drop back, hands down, pass the leg under, drop down to the floor. Or we come up, place it down, use your weight on your hands, come up like so. All right, now I do understand that not many people who have knee issues, back issues, are gonna be able to do this exercise. Take it slow. I can guarantee you that you will feel a lot of muscles that you haven't felt in a long time. You just gotta go slow and you'll be absolutely fine.